I started typing this speech approximately 4 hours before its deadline. It appears, unsurprisingly enough, that I managed to procrastinate on yet another assignment. While I cannot guarantee that this speech will be resoundingly meaningful and filled with inspirational messages, or that anyone will actually take the time to watch this, thank you if you are, I can at least hope to make it short. Seeing as how I wrote this on a self-imposed time crunch and didn't exactly have the mental capacity to put down any original thoughts, I suppose that I'll start by getting away all the stereotypical graduation remarks. First in line are the thank yous. I suppose this wouldn't exactly be a graduation speech if I didn't spend a lengthy amount of time boring you all to death by thanking everyone and everything that's ever influenced my high school career. Of course, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the cross-country team's aloe vera plant. It's seen a lot of stuff. But more importantly, of course, I'd like to thank Mr. Groff, the administration, the teachers, and our parents. Every teacher, friend, and mentor in our lives has undoubtedly played an instrumental role in shaping us into who we are. It's just that these people and things that we're grateful for are unique to every one of us. So please, whether it's been your mother or maybe your pet fish, take a moment to give thanks to those that have supported you throughout your journey. With that out of the way, a graduation speech usually requires me to talk about some emotionally charged story, tying experiences of my struggles, failures, and successes into some profound inspirational message. I kind of figured that you guys don't want to listen to a story about how me failing a test one time taught me about life. So I'll spare you all the theatrics and simply leave with the 2 words I've learned, yet evidently haven't been able to implement very well. Don't procrastinate. Now is the time for reflection, the time to look back and examine our journey throughout high school. With that, I suppose I'm obligated, as with every other graduation speech, to regurgitate these 3 cliche statements. 1, congratulations. 2, look how far we've come. And 3, we're about to enter the next chapter of our lives. You've likely heard these words said to you numerous times today, and to be frank, me saying them probably means nothing to you. In fact, it really shouldn't. We've all had different journeys and challenges, experiences that only you've been witness to. Me doing well on a few tests here and there is by no means a greater achievement than what you've all personally accomplished. The quality of our experiences simply cannot be quantified by numbers and statistics, nor can it be directly compared with others. Most of you have probably been told that we are in unprecedented times in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. All of us have had varying struggles. For some, myself included, it's been trying to wake up before 12 p.m. For others, however, it may be coping with the loss of our senior year, working tirelessly on the front lines, or managing the health and economic impacts of the virus. Ultimately, these struggles are, and always will be, different for all of us. COVID-19 has forced many of us away from others, and many of these challenges are faced alone. Despite all of this, we continue to persevere. It is what we do when no one is watching that defines who we are. This is not exclusive to COVID alone. This applies to all of us. To the athletes who wake up every morning and endure in pursuit of their goals. To the students who spend numerous late nights fighting sleep deprivation and studying despite not wanting to. To the artists and musicians who invest hours into the fine details of their art. To the workers who tirelessly go through their jobs after school to provide for themselves and their families. To the teachers who set aside their own personal lives for the sake of their students. Nobody really knows exactly what you're doing. No one can speak for the effort you've put in and the struggles you faced. And chances are, these efforts and struggles sometimes go unrewarded. Hard work is not always recognized with success, yet we do it anyways. Fulfillment comes from taking pride in this constant struggling and failing, regardless if anyone is there to notice. Once again, it is what we do when no one is watching that defines who we are. So, if anything, know that only you can give meaning to these past 4 years of experiences. True pride can only come from within. Stay hard, class of 2020.